So many times I've gone to the doctor, needed help with one thing coming from another root cause, and it really just gets swept under the rug. Today we're going to talk a little bit about holistic healing. First, we're going to start with why you should choose a holistic healer. Holistic health is a philosophy of healthcare that takes a holistic approach to well-being. It views the mind, body, and spirit as interconnected and interdependent, and focuses on treating the whole person and not just their symptoms. That's big for me because I feel like so many times I've gone to the doctor and I've needed help with one thing that is really coming from another root cause, and it really just gets swept under the rug. I get pills pushed on me that maybe help a little bit short term, but I get no long-term plan to really figure out how to, treat the whole condition and how to prevent it from coming in the future. And that's essentially why people go to see holistic healers and become holistic healers themselves. Holistic health encompasses a range of complementary and alternative therapies, including but not limited to reiki, hypnotherapy, meditation, and self-reflective practices such as tarot and oracle card readings. The holistic health perspective. Holistic health takes a proactive approach to health, focusing on prevention and wellness rather than just treating a symptom. This approach can help individuals achieve optimal physical, mental, and emotional health. All right, let's get a little more specific now. We're going to move into some more specific types of holistic health. Hypnotherapy is the practice of bringing the conscious mind into a trance-like state in order to work with the subconscious. While in this state, suggestions to change the programming at a deeper level, which can provide longer lasting results than other methods. If you've ever listened to a guided meditation track or an audiobook, it feels very similar. You may even drift in and out of sleep, but having a practitioner helps you to stay connected so you don't fall completely asleep. The deep work is done right before then. Most people feel refreshed afterwards, like awakening from a deep sleep. Some people may experience a change in body temperature, shaking, chills, and other movements and sensations. These are all normal experiences, and they just signify that energy is moving through the body and the energy system. This is what you want to happen. You want that blocked energy to get unstuck and start moving through the system so it can be released. And with it, releasing any pain, illness, anything that really just no longer serves you and doesn't belong to you. That's when you want that to really start flowing and be released from the body and energy system. You want any blocks to be unblocked, and that happens through energy moving through the body and the energy body. If it becomes uncomfortable in any way, please just let your practitioner know. They can slow down the pace. This should be a pleasant experience. It's like a massage for your energy system and maybe even for your mind, kind of cleansing out the old and making space for the new things that you really want to bring in. Whether it's wellness, a new job, a new relationship, we really want to kind of focus our energy on releasing anything that no longer belongs to our system, so that way everything is nice and clean and we're just feeling much lighter and more open. People seek hypnotherapy for all kinds of reasons. A couple examples could include phobias, smoking, addiction, anxiety, depression, insomnia, and chronic pain, to name just a few. You can come up with a plan with your practitioner. Some may work with you one-on-one in person, and others may schedule virtual visits. Pre-recorded hypnosis meditations can be helpful in between visits as well. Some practitioners may even include some in their packages. There are also many free samples online. Let's talk a little bit about Reiki energy healing. Reiki is an ancient Japanese form of energy healing in which the practitioner will place their hands on or just above the person receiving the healing. They will then verbally and energetically guide you through the healing process, which is a very natural process that your body already knows how to do. Our bodies tend to forget from all the distractions in this busy world, and it can be very helpful to have somebody to guide you along the way. They can energetically guide them through their natural healing process, assisting them in tapping into their own energy system and healing their body. Reiki may be useful for conditions such as insomnia, anxiety, depression, chronic pain, and illness. An energy cleanse or aura cleanse is used to unblock energy. It is used to release dense energy that has been stored in the body and energy system. The practitioner will guide you through moving the stuck energy out of your body. They may use tools such as crystals, energy work, smoke, sound, and more. In my personal energy cleansings, I generally use smoke and crystals in the beginning and include an aura spray and Reiki at the end to help set the aura and protect it. If you're wondering what you should expect when visiting a psychic medium, I will begin with things you should not expect first. Whenever going to visit a psychic medium, do not expect to see apparitions of spirits in the room. This is very unlikely even for very experienced mediums and psychics. So for someone who is not experienced in this type of practice, it's very unusual for you to be seeing anything, honestly. It's more common for you to feel the energy, possibly sensations in or around your body. You might smell scents. Say a family member had a specific perfume that they always used. I can tell you a couple of my family members, for instance, a specific like brand of beer, and I know that smell is connected to a certain being. And those that have seen either psychics, tarot readers, oracle card readers, I've never heard any type of like upsetting or scary experience. At the most, if the person wasn't open to receive the guidance, they might just not really feel a connection. They might not resonate with what's being said. But generally, that is because of the person receiving the guidance. They're somehow closed or blocked off. And in that case, if they are still wanting to seek that guidance from a psychic or medium, my suggestion would be to visit one of those other practices, such as Reiki energy healing or hypnotherapy, to help that energy move throughout the system. Whatever is blocking their sight from being able to really absorb that information and connect with it, we want to kind of help them to move that. So a lot of psychic mediums will also practice practices such as aura cleanses, Reiki energy healing, hypnotherapy, and more. So things that you could experience. As I said, you might feel sensations in or around the body. So let's delve in a little bit more to what those sensations might be so that you feel a little bit more prepared. You might notice the hairs on your arms standing up or a chill. This doesn't mean anything is bad. It doesn't mean there are like negatively charged spirits in the room. That is part of our intuition that is often looked over in this fast-paced world that we live in. Have you ever got like a sick feeling in your stomach when you go somewhere or around a certain person? That's your intuition speaking to you. So if you get like a sick feeling, for me, I usually say this person, place, or thing is not for me. And then I do what I have to do, whether it's leaving the situation or using some type of protection work. It's the same thing when you feel like hairs stand up on your arm, when you get the chills. That is your intuition telling you that spirit is speaking to you. And when I say spirit, it doesn't necessarily have to be the spirit of a being or of a human that has passed. It could be your own spirit. It could be your own highest self. Sometimes we might get a sign that we've been waiting for. And whenever we see that sign, it really gives us that nudge to move forward with something in our lives. That is spirit speaking to you. So you might notice those sensations whenever you're visiting a psychic medium, whether you're trying to connect with a lost loved one or you're just trying to gain clarity on a situation in your life. Those are all times when you're really connecting to the spiritual realm and to really get that deeper, wiser, broader view of the universe. So those are some feelings that you might feel. You may cry or shake even. Crying can be looked down on in our society, and it is a very natural response. If you are visiting a medium and you're grieving the loss of a loved one, crying is a completely appropriate response. Crying is another way the energy moves through the system. Some of the big ways that they move through the system is shaking, crying, dancing, energy work, and different types of hypnotherapy and talk therapy. They're great for really moving that energy. And of course, different movement practices such as Tai Chi and yoga can be great for moving energy. Also practices like breath work. None of these are concern. They are all normal for an experience when you are working with different energies than we work with in our normal daily life. These energies are always around us, but we only feel them when we are truly tapped in, and all other distractions fall away. You may hear the psychic medium tell you names or numbers that resonate with you. You may hear them mention names that are relevant to you and one of your past loved ones, or even of a future situation that they sense something about and they want to share that information with you. Sometimes they may give you numbers and dates, colors, a type of animal, maybe even a pet's name. Pieces of information that will guide you to feeling the connection with that specific loved one or spirit or self that you were trying to connect with. It would be information relevant to whatever question you asked about whatever situation that you're concerned with. Or if there is a deeper question that maybe you didn't ask or were maybe afraid or embarrassed or whatever the case to ask, it might come through anyways. So you might even receive information about questions you haven't even asked. Do not expect it to be a scary experience in any way. Everyone I've ever spoken to that's gone to see a medium has found it to be a very deeply healing experience. A holistic healer provides a holistic view of one's health. Instead of treating a symptom, they look at the person as a whole, seeing what could be the root cause of the discomfort or illness. A holistic healer may provide services such as hypnotherapy, reiki, EFT tapping, NLP, spiritual guidance, and guided movement practices such as yoga or Tai Chi. Some provide services in person in office, while others provide virtual sessions to anyone, anywhere in the world.